Hey y'all. I'm gonna wait for some people to come in here before I get to talking about what's going on, okay? In the meantime, between time, I am opening up a new lotion. I do have in one of my vlogs my what I use, but I'm out of it now, so I am opening up a new lotion. So this is the cocoa butter 48 hour intense moisture vitamin E, okay? Hey PNG, hey Erica. I'm gonna wait till a couple more people come in, then I'm gonna tell y'all what this title is all about, okay? I just got out the shower, so it's been it's been a long day. Okay? It's been a long day. But I must bounce back and get it together, you know? Hey Growing Nay. Hey y'all. Alright, y'all. So if y'all watched that, if y'all see my arm like this, that's the tan from my watch, wearing my watch. But look, if y'all was in that live screen yesterday, well, we packed up a lot of the gluten and dairy products. Things changed quickly, and I thank God that it changed because I didn't want to get rid of my stuff, but we hadn't took it out before things changed. So y'all know, how many of y'all in here know that I've been talking to y'all about some muscle twitching and spasms that I was having? It's been well over a month, probably 2 months now. And somebody, a couple of y'all had told me to get my magnesium checked, okay? And so I told y'all we've been going back and forth, especially ever since Kylie passed out or whatnot. A few weeks ago, we just been going back and forth, hence why I've been so off with my vlogs and stuff, like uploading and all that. Somebody said I remember. Diane Wynn said you remember. Okay, so of course I then already been in contact, then I already visited my primary care. I told y'all yesterday how I mentioned to her about being gluten and dairy free and all that. Well, this morning she reached out to me. Tell me why my B12 is on the low normal. It's in the normal range, but it's the low normal. B12 messes with you neurologically. Tell me why B12 will keep me from absorbing iron. And that's why I say I like my doctor. She knows I have a health anxiety. She told me I have health anxiety. And with a person having health anxiety, you can be a pain in the butt, okay? Because that's just how that condition works. But I'm so glad that she took the time out to run a lot of labs on me due to what I've been dealing with. So B12, if you're in the low normal, 200 to I think 1,100 is normal. But if you're below 400, and you can do your own research, that is low normal. If you're above 200 but below 400, you're in the low normal. Some people is fine with the low normal, but some people start having remember I told y'all when I walk I feel like I was tilting over. I thought it was my equilibrium from like my sinuses and stuff. It messes with your nerves. It will cause nerve damage. It give you muscle weakness and all type of stuff. And my B12 was yeah, my B12 was in the low norm. I'm below 400. So that could be one reason why I've been experiencing what I've been experiencing. So now I can't go gluten and dairy free. I can, but I'm glad we didn't take all this stuff away, because what I don't want to do is create more deficiencies. And I feel like if I'm already, because my problem is, and like I say, when Kylie passed out, I took her to the hospital. It's been appointments after appointments after appointments. She still has to see neurology just to make sure everything is good. But once her primary care did all her lab work and stuff, her the test for autoimmune was a little high. So now she has to go to rheumatology. You I have been stressed for one, because that's my child. And for two, to so many different appointments. Okay, everything is good or whatnot. And like I said, I think some people got it mixed up. The reason she passed out was because of the vagus nerve in the arm when she was so dehydrated and when the lady went in. So that's why, but we didn't know that. We didn't know that. But taking her to the hospital, and then the hospital reaching out to her primary care, and they reaching out and they doing more labs, and the fact that I took her, but even before she passed out, I took her to the doctor because of some shakiness she was having. That is what prompted her doctor to run all the labs she wanted. But Kylie passed out the next day due to being dehydrated because they couldn't get the labs. So we finally was able to get the labs that her doctor wanted. So she was able to find out it could be nothing, but just want to get her to rheumatologist. Rheumatologist, I think it's like the authorized place or whatnot that deals with stuff like that. And just see how, just make sure everything is good in that field with her, because she can be it could be an autoimmune, or she could be just hypomobile. This is what they call hypermobile, okay? Because when she moves around and stuff, she pops all. So her doctor just want to, see what is what. It could be nothing, but that's still stress. Then I have Tatiana that have to do her hematology appointments because of her iron. And I put myself on the back burner. I kept extending my appointments because I wanted to take care of their stuff. And then me not eating. I have spoke to y'all a while about me going all day not eating. But one of the issues is I can't eat and go. I do not have a gallbladder. And I don't know what's going to trigger me. So if I know I got to be out of here and get them to an appointment and we drive all the way to Wilmington, I can't eat any. I can't eat nothing because I don't know if my not having a gallbladder gonna act up on me. So that's another reason. And by the time we leave the appointments or whatnot, we got an hour and some drive back here to Jacksonville. And by that time, it's time for me to keep doing stuff that I need to do during the day. I gotta go outside. When I get here, I gotta go outside. I gotta go water. I gotta go help feed the animals, or I gotta clean the house, or I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And I just forgets to eat. And I do think that's my problem. Now, my hemoglobin dropped from 10.1, from 11.4 to 10.1. But that stressed me out today because it's two different labs. So labs measure different. But a person that suffers from health anxiety, we don't think about the fact that the labs are different. It's just like, oh, okay, what's going on, or whatnot. So it's just like crazy. So when she sent me, I'm like, okay. I started looking up the B12. I'm like, animal products. And I know I haven't been, so I was like, okay, good thing I didn't throw away. And you know what? And I feel like some of y'all may not believe it, but I feel like that's how God moves. Y'all know I said we were going to pack up the cold stuff this morning and I got that message from my doctor at 7 something. The place to take the stuff hadn't even opened yet. Okay? So I was going to take all that stuff, could have found out that I actually don't need to go off the dairy because I need all the animal product I can. So I can try to get this B12 so it don't drop more. Now, Kylie, go sit on the couch or the counter and see if you see that bag from CVS. So I am still waiting on more stuff. Like my doctor is doing a thorough stuff for me to make sure. But I'm thinking I don't want to do it, and we will have to drive all the way to Wilmington. I'm thinking in the next couple of weeks. Ain't nothing in it. See if the vitamins see if it's some gummy vitamins on the thing. I'm thinking I don't know about this iron. I really don't know. I don't know if I'm not absorbing it. I know I'm not taking it regular, but I feel like the little bit I have taken, it shouldn't drop, but apparently it will. It won't stay up if you don't take it consistently. But then I don't know if I'm just not absorbing. I don't know. And I don't want an infusion, but it looks like I'm probably going to have to get an infusion. I am scared. I'm terrified of the infusions. I really am. So I didn't want it, but it looks like I'm going to have to do the iron infusion. Iron infusion, okay? Not blood transfusion, iron infusion. Because I don't want my hemoglobin to continue to drop. I thought I was on the up and up with it, but so I went on and got these Vital Fusions, 1,000 mcg, B12 vitamins, okay? But yeah, that my magnesium was good. That was one of the things she checked, and like I say, my B12 was on the low normal. So good I did not take that stuff. Look like, and you know the crazy thing is we can eliminate stuff. It works for some people. It don't work for everybody, but you don't know until you try. Um, you don't know until you try. And it's just like for those of us that try to stay up and up, stay on the up and up with our health, it seems like we kind of do more harm when we take away or don't do or get too busy or whatever the case may be. And I'm learning that. I'm learning that now. Do I want to go? I want to go gluten and dairy free because I feel like gluten and dairy is part of my problem. But at the same time, I have to tell myself now, you don't know if that's part of your problem. So if you already having a hard time with staying on track and eating more during the day, and then you take the little the little dairy that you do eat and stuff out completely, I'm probably going to go into another deficiency, and I don't want to not want to do that. So um look like I need to eat because I looked it up and it said dairy, eggs. I got plenty of eggs outside. Dairy, eggs, all that has B12 in it. Fix a smoothie using fruits and veggies while you're on the go. Iron infusions are not. It will get your iron. Okay, okay. Who's this? Thank you for that, cause I need to stay off Google. I need to stay off Google. Cause what got me with the iron infusion, I saw that your phosphate can drop like critically low after getting the iron infusion. And then I'm scared of having a reaction to the iron infusions. But I think that's gonna be the route for me and the girls because that's what all the doctors are pushing. They think that the iron is the cause, and I just don't want to make things worse. So, yeah, if I can just stay off Google, reading everybody else and understand everybody else's situation and reactions to things, that don't mean it'll happen to me. I'm just not big about having, and like my doctor my doctor, she said she could give me my the B12 shots, I think weekly, or you could do it every 2 weeks, but she recommended me the gummies because she know how I am about just being injected with stuff. I don't want that. So but yeah, so yeah, so I'm so glad I did. So I got to put all that stuff back on the shelf. See, I'm jumping now. I'm jumping now. Like it was getting to the point like my nerves pulsating and jumping everywhere. Almost drove me crazy. And her note to me was that the B12 is on the low normal and it is critical to have is a critical something she said for iron absorption. But I'm glad I'm glad I went and got this done because just taking iron and is the B12 is going lower and lower and it's you're taking the iron and ain't doing that. So um I'm glad that it was caught. um I need to literally really get on and let me see, who is this? That smoothie on the go, honey. I can't do that without, I don't know, is anybody in here don't have their gallbladder? Maybe y'all can help me explain. Let me tell you, fruits and veggies, meat, greasy fat, whatever. Without that gallbladder, you don't know you don't know which way to go. The best thing to do is hardly not eat anything if you're gonna leave home. Okay. So and like sometimes it's hard because you can eat some and it don't usually 2-3 hours later it don't bother. Then you just like, oh wait a minute. So that's one of the issues. So I'm just gonna have to really get on a schedule, really prioritize and make sure that I am feeding my body because I know I'm not. Remember we was doing all the meal prepping. I got everybody else got meals. Everybody else got meals. Look how long it took me to meal prep my meals because I focused on everybody else. So they was able to have full meals going there, you know, heated up, this, that, and the other, eating full meals. And I'm still running around like a chicken with his head cut off, doing different things. And just, I say, okay, well, I'm just going to give me some chicken tenders. And I eat chicken tenders out of all day. Drink water and that's it. I feel like I done did something. I done did something. So I'm going to have to just, you know, I have been having to get iron infusion for some years. I feel better after I get it, but ask them which infusion cause a lot of people problems before you accept the infusion. But ask them which infusion causes a lot of people problems before you get. Okay, Diane Wynn. Okay, honey. Um, I'm just like, so B12, magnesium was good. It was the I'm thinking, okay, because she's still running stuff for me. She's still running stuff on me. So I'm thinking though the B12 after reading low normal, you can type in low normal B12. And they said people in the low number below 400 already start dealing with neurological problems, neuro problems. So yeah, balance and all that. So I'm thinking that's exactly what it is because, and that's another thing with me. I stopped eating a whole lot of meat and stuff. Now my B12 was fine last year, end of last year when I got my full physical done. My B12 was fine. But my cholesterol was a little high. So you know what happened? When I saw my cholesterol was a little high, she said cut back on fried foods about twice a week. I cut back completely. Now that I cut back, when I went to get my iron check earlier this year with her, she had already did my full physical, so she didn't check B12 again. So I done went from earlier this year to now, not eating a lot of like animal product because I'm looking at my cholesterol. I don't want it to go up higher. I'm looking at that. I'm not, and now bam, B12 going down. I'm like, golly, I can't win for losing. Like, well, I'm not even gonna say losing because it could be a lot worse, but it answered a whole lot, and a lot of it is just, and y'all know I have plenty food. It's no reason not to be eating other than being busy. It's not like a lack of food or something. Just being busy, taking care of everybody else and not doing enough for me. And that's where I'm gonna have to stop. You know, I'm gonna have to stop, make sure I am feeding my body. Because I don't want to be on vitamins. I want to do it throughout my food. I want to eat enough healthy food to not be taking vitamins constantly. And I just said to myself, eventually I'm just gonna have to get the iron and just go from there and just pray God that I don't have no reaction or nothing like that to it. But like I say, I have health anxiety, so that's probably gonna be there. Just hope God give me the strength to not think about it and not have an issue. You know what I'm saying? So, but I definitely don't want to cause no other problems. I don't. So I just say, I don't even know if she's rechecking my vitamin D. I don't even know because she's checking a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff she is. And I'm thankful for that because yeah. better to know. Better be safe than sorry. You know what I'm saying? So she'll contact me a little bit at a time as she get more stuff. All my glucose and everything is perfect. It's my iron right now, and so far my B12 is in the low normal. Like I'm still in range, but I'm in the lower range, which is probably causing this. So I will start this. So I got vitamin D, B12, and iron. That seems like not eating enough. I'm not getting the nutrients, and it's like, so I guess I'm gonna be eating dairy. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna just film. Starting tomorrow, God say saying I'm just gonna start eating. I'm gonna have to go in there today and just cook. Okay. I don't think I have nothing else this week for as appointments to go. We gonna eventually do iron infusion for Kylie. Not sure when they're gonna do it. I did speak to her hematologist. That was a whole hour and some drive. We did do that, and so her appointments for neurology and rheumatology, I think that's how you say it, they are far out. So yeah, so now I'm just don't nothing happen on me now. I'm focusing on my doctor, trying to get this stuff right, but I thank God for showing me that before I took our stuff. And it's just how you can make changes. Say you are obedient. Your obedience led you to this. God is good. Yes, grow with Nate too. Yes, ma'am. I do believe that. Kylie, bring my tablet off the thing because I think this thing will stop showing me y'all comments. I'm gonna have to try to see if I can pull it up. Oh, wait. Huh? Yeah, I think it's to stop showing the comments. Let me make sure. You have your pen? My pen may be in my camera bag. I think that's where it's at. So yeah, y'all. When I told you life been lifing, I just didn't want to talk about all this stuff then because it had been going on for a couple of weeks. When I tell you the past couple of weeks, yeah. But it could be worse. It can be worse, okay? And I'm thankful that everything so far has been good. But I think what really did it, Kylie passing out. I think that really did it for me because you right there, you seeing this happening. You're trying to get her back. You don't know why. If y'all would have just saw how she passed out, it was horrible. It was horrible. It was in stages, and like she looked like she was having a seizure. That was one of the scary. I'm gonna say one of because when Ty passed out a couple years ago, that was scary, and trying to hold her up, and she just out all that was just a lot. So yeah, it's I think that's what really it just went downhill from there. I ain't gonna say downhill, but just very, very, very busy, as if it wasn't already busy. It went very, very, very busy since that. So thank y'all for those of you talking about the iron infusion because that gives me a little bit of courage to go ahead and do it. Let's see. Okay, nobody has said nothing else. Y'all just listening. Y'all not commenting. Okay, but I'm gonna put it right here just in case it stops. But yeah, that's what's going on. So I'm gonna have to put myself back up. I'm gonna figure out, but I still don't want to take in. I'm still not drinking full milk. No, because that's probably bothering me because that milk do not agree with us. It does not. Now milk products is maybe what I just have to stick with. I think it's B12 and like yogurt and the cottage cheese, but I'm still like the hot chocolate with the milk in it. I'm not doing that. All this stuff, that stuff, them cereals is gonna get donated. The Swiss Miss hot chocolate is gonna get donated because it's milk based like that. And so I can deal with the cottage cheese and the yogurts. Something else gotta go. So if I do cottage cheese and yogurt as dairy, and I do, well, cheese and yogurts as dairy, then the milk gonna have to go because that's just too much. So I will have almond milk. I will make my hot chocolate with almond milk. I cannot do the Swiss Miss chocolates because they're already milk based. Like they already have like the milk powder in there. So I will just do, and that teaches me too. Keeping some of that stuff because in an emergency situation, you will deplete yourself of vitamins not having the dairy and stuff. So my canned milk going back on the shelf. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna limit my dairy. Kylie cannot go off gluten right now because her doctor is going to be eventually testing her for gluten sensitivity. So she has to have the gluten in her body. Everything just came around today. You saw the live stream yesterday, and today just did a whole 360. Like, so that was my sign of, girl, do not go full gluten. Do not go full dairy free because that ain't the right choice. Okay. Even though I thought that was the right choice, but I am going to limit it. Okay. Because I do know it inflames you. Okay. So I am going to limit it as much as I can, but still get it. Now Tatiana and the kids, they all have had their blood work. They're not deficient. But like I say, I'm making sure they eat. They in there eating and stuff. While they eating and stuff, I'm doing stuff. I'm editing, I'm cleaning, I'm doing something because I know I got something to do the next day or the next day. All day stuff, good. It's me. And I know I'm the one in the house that's not eating like I'm supposed to. So, hey Tracy, is not eating like I'm supposed to. So that's gonna have to stop, y'all. And if y'all having that same issue where you're not eating like you're supposed to, it's gonna have to stop. Okay? It really is, because we can get so busy and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because they was gonna have all that stuff. All that stuff. So if y'all saw at the beginning, Kyla was she just put the grease, the Blue Magic grease on my hair. And let's see what my thing is. The Blue Magic grease on my hair, and then she did the I don't want to use that one. She did the little, she like doing the little sponge thing. It don't do too much of nothing. Not for this length, but yeah, the fast food is really bad, but in my case, I need to eat something. I need to eat something. It may work for me to a certain extent, because the problem is not eating enough for anything. But someone else is using the Blue Magic beside. Oh, Tracy, Blue Magic. Yes. Blue Magic, yes. Never stop using it. Sure is that Blue Magic grease. Get you right. That's all you need. That's all you need. Yep, I never stopped using that. Been using it ever since my granny was using it on me when I was little. That's all you need. Just a little Blue Magic. Keep it old school and simple. Y'all, when I don't feel like doing nothing, like putting on full makeup, I gotta get up and I gotta eat something, because I'm gonna tell you, everything I had to do today. And like I say, we like going to the doctors in Wilmington. Okay, so that's always an hour drive out. Depending on how deep, it's even further. How deep it is in Wilmington, because Wilmington is big. It is 5:34, and I've only ate a couple spoonfuls of spaghetti. That's it. And this is why my stuff dropping. But I'm finna change it. I'm finna change it. I got to. Hard to find here. I'm in an area where not too many folks use it. If you know what I'm saying. Oh, I got you, Tracy. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I got you. So I'm gonna go in there. I said I was gonna go in there and put that stuff. I know I'm gonna go in there and I'm going to fix me something quick to eat. And then I'm gonna get me something to drink to relax myself, because when I tell you, and then I'm gonna go put. So now I'm not keeping all of it. I'm gonna take. No, I might want to keep all of it. Cause I can see it, and it keep doing that. Somebody's like, no, you need to eat. You still trying to go off this gluten and dairy. You need to eat. Once I wrap that around my mind, the girl, and then I've been trying to. I wanted to lose weight, and it's just like. And that's why I say everybody that's maybe considered a little chubby or overweight, that don't always mean they unhealthy. I know somebody had left a comment on one of my videos a couple weeks ago, and this little troll polecat wrote on there and said her stomach, with a stomach like that, how can somebody be healthy? I'm healthy. And you get people like that, don't even see a doctor, don't even go to a doctor, don't know what's going on with them, and they on there trying to. So think about this, there's people that's real slim that's unhealthy, and I have to tell myself, as long as I'm eating right, I am a female, I am 39, so I'm older, I'm young. I still say I think somebody not like that. I'm young in the sense of not like I'm saying I'm 20 years old. I'm not using it in that. I'm not like, oh, she's an older one, which nothing is wrong with that, because you live to get a certain age. Every year is a blessing. Okay, I'm not saying it like that. That's for the people that sitting all the way in the back with the cheap seats. I ain't understanding. Okay, I'm not saying it like that. But what I'm saying is, I know my body may be changing. Now, one thing that my doctor is looking into, she is doing a hormonal panel on me. I asked her to do it. A hormonal panel. I want to know where I stand. Now 2 of my results came back. I'm not in perimenopause. But there is more results that needs to come to put it all together. But 2 of my results that did come back, I'm not in perimenopause, according to them. I can still very well have kids. So that's why I'm glad our day is fixed. I'm strongly can still have kids, according to 2 of those things. So I'm not in perimenopause. I thought all this vitamin deficiency. So that's why we have to go to the doctor and we have to check. But everybody that may be overweight, is some people overweight healthier than an ox. So when you got simple-minded people that want to hurt your feelings or whatnot, I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot. You got people that is very slim, that's got high cholesterol, diabetes, and all type of stuff. So you can't go off in it. But what we can do is go off on what we put in our mouth and try. And those are coming from somebody that's got health anxiety. And listen to me. Listen to me. You live and you learn, right? You go through things and you learn. You get better. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this phone finna go dead. Do I have one? OJ, go bring my blue and black generator. Hurry up. I don't know how charged it is, because my card is all the way over here. But those are the things we have to look at. You got a lot of simple-minded, silly people that don't know nothing, think they know stuff, Like in that case, that person, I'm pretty sure, don't see no doctor. I said, boo, I'm like, January. I know, bringing on the cord. Oh, okay. Lapping their mouth on something don't even know. I carry my tail to the doctor and, try to see about myself. So, yeah, try to see about myself. And a lot of people don't even do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even do that. So, don't let people, as long as you know what you're trying to do and stuff, it don't matter. I didn't know you were. I didn't have it. Yeah, how big means I didn't know you was crazy. How about high protein like fish and meat? Those type of snacks keep you from being hungry longer. Yes, and I have all that, and I bought most of that to meal prep. But remember, I've been telling y'all I would focus on everything else. Everybody got so many meals and stuff, and I don't haul. Well, I did make the chicken thing, so that came in a little bit more. But I have fish and stuff that I bought. If y'all saw in that haul, I just ain't cooked it. I just ain't cooked it. I literally just ain't cook it. And the way the last couple of weeks has been going, trying to make sure Kylie was straight, because that scared me. Because I didn't believe the no Vegas nerve thing, but apparently that's what it was. And then me and Kylie appointments, and then me and Tatiana appointments. It's been a lot. And mentally draining for me. Mentally draining. So yeah, but what I was saying was she's doing a hormonal and she's doing an autoimmune panel on me. So I'm getting everything done. It ain't even time for my yearly physical. By the time it's time, but these are things they don't check in your yearly physical unless you're having an issue. So I done already had my yearly physical. It hadn't been a month. Not a month. It hadn't been a year since my last yearly physical. But now having these little symptoms or whatnot, it feels like it because everything let me see. I don't want to talk about hematology twice this year. They run labs. Everything good other than that iron. And then I saw my doctor twice. And she running all the time. Like it's just like, yeah. So far things are good other than like the little deficiencies or whatnot. If I can get this iron under control, if my autoimmune thing come back good, if my eager to see more of my hormonal levels, then I really need to just get these vitamins in and eat. And another thing I need to do is stop stressing, because I did find out hypnic hormone. Okay, so when you're stressed, there's a hormone named the hypnic hormone. It blocks iron from absorbing. Didn't even know that. I found that accidentally on Google. On Google, it was a lady actually in one of the low iron groups that I'm in on Facebook. She bought it up. So I did my research because I don't believe what everybody say. So I did my own research. I had never heard of it, and sure enough, there's something called a hypnic hormone. And when you're in stress mode, which I'm a mom, things were going on with my kids, I was in stress mode. And yeah, but I have OCD and I have health anxiety. So I'm always in stress mode, So it's like, okay, I'm going to have to calm my butt down. Okay? I'm going to have to calm my butt down. I won't have the wine. Like you may see me on here. I have every now and then I'll have like the wine or whatnot. And then I won't have wine or nothing for a couple of weeks or whatnot, because I'm like, okay, I don't want my liver to go crazy because I ain't got the gallbladder. I'm thinking of all that. My liver levels are fine. Like, and it's just like, you know what? Today I went and bought me 3 bottles of wine. 3 bottles, so I have it when I want some. I even have been scaling back on that because I'm always trying to make sure I don't overdo it with nothing. And the whole time is, because my doctor told me I can have my wine. I can have my wine. Nothing wrong with me where I can't have my wine. Because I was like, they told me with the cholesterol, you know, don't have the wine. It was the lady that had called me last year about my cholesterol. And he's like, don't have the wine. And I'm like, what? He's like, that makes the cholesterol higher. And I'm like, okay. So the thing with the cholesterol, one reason why we're doing a hormonal thing, because ladies, some of you may not know this, when your estrogen level drops as you get older, if your estrogen level drops, your cholesterol, now this is not whole all the time. This is not the case all the time, okay? And talk to your doctor. I'm not a physician or nothing. But if your estrogen level drops, your cholesterol will go up. Kind of why people, ladies in their 40s and 50s start having cholesterol problems, because eventually some people are going through perimenopause about 45, and once you hit perimenopause again, you're ready for menopause, and that can go 8 to 10 years before you go into menopause. Or for some people it starts sooner than that. So your estrogen level starts to drop, your cholesterol and other things, you become deficient in other things. This is another reason why we're doing the hormonal panel, because she was like, if you do the hormonal panel and it say that you're menopausal, what do you want to do? I said, nothing. I don't want to get on hormone pills. Nothing. I just want answers to see if some of the little sensations and stuff that I was having, if that was part of that. But I don't think I'm in perimenopause, because like I said, I still have to wait for other to come back. But the two of the levels that came back do not say I'm in perimenopause. But I mean, it's a whole collection of different things, because even with that, I could be starting perimenopause. You just do not know. You just do not know. And that's one of them things they can only do a range, but your ranges fluctuate. They fluctuate. So it's just a whole lot. That's why it's important to know your numbers. It's important to stay in tune with your body, and it's important to go to the doctor. Okay. And sometimes, we want to slim down and stuff. And what I'm learning is slimming down by taking food away can cause us more problems, because then you become deficient in things, and we already have hormone changes and all that stuff. So keep that in mind. And this come all around where I was saying, be kind to ourselves. Be kind, because everybody go through stuff, their bodies. But ladies, we go through stuff daily just with our bodies. Just with our bodies. Our bodies ain't like men's. We bring life into the world. Okay? Our bodies have whole another different makeup and situations that goes on monthly. Monthly. And all that. And that's another thing why I don't think I'm perimenopausal, because my monthly has not changed. So we just checking the levels to see if they starting to teeter a little bit or whatnot, or whatever the case may be. But we deal with a lot besides all the extra crap we have to deal with. So yeah, being kind. So I'm gonna have to make sure that I'm eating. My doctor said a glass of wine every day is good for a woman's heart. It is. And for the gut. And for the gut. But like I say, I was slacking off because Google again. And I'm saying, okay, well, I don't want to get non-alcoholic fatty liver, because I know I don't have a gallbladder. And I'm going to tell you something else too. It's hard because my hemoglobin at my hematologist was 11.1. I mean 11.4 a week ago. But at my primary care, a week later, it's 10.1. But what gets me is the labs. When you go into specialists and stuff, and they're doing using different labs, they measure things different. So, and also their ranges are different. And it's like, how do you actually know if you're dropping? How do you actually know how do you know when the different? I do feel like all medical places should have one standard lab company. I do feel like that. Because that will throw you off. That will drive you bananas. Okay. And it could be just measurement different because the labs are different. And it's just like, okay. I'm having everything as well with you. I'll watch your other video. Wow, God is not playing. Yeah, I didn't get rid of it as of this morning. Once I got them them B12 results, it was like, you're right, God will show you what you need. He would, and that's what I need to understand. Stop trying to fix stuff, stop worrying about stuff, because God shows me everything that I need to know. And it be right on time, but at the same time. And I'm not crazy, because some people have been in my comments on the fake accounts trying to use my mental health to try to make people think I'm crazy. There are so many different mental health. First of all, they got the mental health coming in my account on the fake accounts, leaving crazy messages. That's who got the mental problem. But like I done said before, having health anxiety, having OCD, you're not crazy. You're just more in tune with OCD. You're about perfection. Okay. You're everything got to be kind of like perfected. You know what I'm saying? And that becomes stressful. And then you have like the sequences, you got to do this. And then it gets overwhelming with the different thoughts and stuff like that. But it does not mean you're crazy. Don't mean you're crazy. Health anxiety, you're overly in tune with your body. Very overly in tune with your body. And you do think that everything is wrong with you. But that is things that can be managed with therapy. Okay. So, and that's what gets me to is you got these evil people out here will take your word and try to flip it on you, try to throw it back in. That don't work for me. That do not work for me. Them the ones that's under those accounts doing that, they the one got the mental problem. Because who in the world sits on the fake accounts and try to bring people down and you ain't got a mental problem? Those are the crazy ones. So while they sitting there doing it, they sad. They sad. And I'm not saying they're literally sad. I'm saying looking at them, if you could look at sad, it will be them. Okay. So don't let nobody do that. If you feel like something is off with your body, go to the doctor. Okay. Go to the doctor. And if you don't have insurance or something, I'm pretty sure they got free or the hospital. Okay. I went a long time and I didn't have health insurance. And if something was off, I went to the hospital. Thank God I have health insurance. But I'm talking about way back when I didn't. Thank God I have it now, and I carry my butt to the doctor because y'all, like I say, y'all remember me telling y'all the muscle spasms. And I do think the whole time it was my B12 messing with my nerves. So, and then with the iron, it caused brain fog, fatigue. The B12 caused neurological problems, fatigue, off balance, all the things that you would think would be like your equilibrium or maybe your low blood sugar or whatever the case may be. You ain't gonna know until you go to the doctor and tell your doctor. And if you have a doctor that ain't gonna sit down and listen to you or push you off, it's time to find another doctor. Okay. And have them to run, whatever they think they need to run. So, and that was the case with my kids. OJ, their doctor is awesome. Because OJ, I'm pretty sure it's just he's not gonna be big. But their doctor, she ran all type of labs to make sure he didn't have celiac disease or nothing like that. So, when you find a good one, keep them, but carry your tail to the doctor. You're absolutely right. Yes, Rita. Carry your tail to the doctor because you just never know. Okay. And part of us being adults, we need to take our kids to the doctors and we need to take our butts to the doctors. Even though it was stressful because I'm like, come on, man. If it ain't one thing, it's another. And with me, I would take the most simple thing like the B12 and I take it and I think it's like the end of everything. And that's just the health anxiety. What could be simple because me not eating enough, I think as, oh, just what caused this? This did happen, this is it. Like that's just how I process it until I can come back to, okay, all right. Yeah, we're gonna get this under control because it could be worse. I always go to it could be worse. So yeah. So yeah, I done shower. I'm gonna go in here and make me something to eat. pour me some wine, and relax. I really need to learn to relax because I am gonna cook. I feel I'm probably gonna come back on and go. I don't know if I'm gonna come back on and go live and cook, or come back on and go live while I put the stuff up and organize. I'm not sure, but Kylie, bring me that. Tell Rhonda to give you that noodle bowl I just bought. Cause I ain't playing, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm tired. If I look crazy, I'm tired. Like I say, we've been in Wilmington half of the day at the hematologist for Kylie. So it's just nonstop. But it's a blessing at the same time. So went to Walmart to get my wine, and I saw these because this is what I was going to. I saw it last night online. This is what I was going to replace those pastas with. I was going to replace the pastas with this. And I said, let me try it first. But now it look like I need to keep my pastas in my milk because you go. And that's another thing. I don't know why I didn't think. I talk about eating for your blood type. I am one that I need animal product. I need meat. And I guess I need dairy. I need animal product. Everybody body functions differently. So all I can do is say I thank God for showing me. I mean, my phone vibrated. Look, and I saw my doctor. I'm like, okay, she must be reaching out to me for more labs or something. And when I read that, I'm like, all I could do was sit in the bed and be like, girl, if you would have gave away that stuff. And then even to her from Kylie and them hematologist today, and she's like, no, keep her on the gluten because I want to check her for celiac disease. And when I get a chance to it'll be in a couple of weeks before she do that, she said she needs it in her, and I already knew that. It's just everything pretty much. I'm gonna say this: doing stuff and not consulting God first. And all of us is guilty with that. Sometimes we try to make changes and decisions and we don't pray about it first. I'm a firm believer of that. And I do that a lot. Sometimes I catch myself and I pray first, but I do that a lot. I jump and I change stuff because in my mind it's for the best. I'm always about what's for the best. I try to change stuff. But then when I tell you, God come right in. I tell you, he probably be like, my child ain't wrapped too tight. He probably be like, she ain't wrapped too tight. Not in a bad way, but God know I ain't wrapped too tight. He knows I was born with this anxiety stuff. I was born with OCD. I was born with health anxiety. I've been like this all my life, ever since a kid. Until my kindergarten, my granny made sure I had sanitizer with me every day because I needed my personal sanitizer to sanitize my hands. When people would like pass out papers and stuff for us to do, I always sanitize my hand. So what God knows our makeup. He knows. I don't mean no harm to be like this. It's just who I am. And sometimes I'll be like, God, Jova, you know I ain't wrapped too tight. I'm not wrapped too tight on something. I be trying to do for the best and warn people and put people on stuff. And then some people take it and flip it and try to make it bad. Try to, but I'm always thinking of the good. That's why I let y'all know this. That's why sanitizer. That's why I let y'all know this. So when you go to your doctors or you may having an issue, don't assume that it's this. Just talk to your doctor. What they say, each one teach one, or teach one, each one teach one, or something like that. That's why, because I'm always focused on helping others. But people don't do that. You had me worried. Continue to use in moderation. Yes. God, I'm a firm believer. God stepped in. He stepped in. My doctor don't never reach out to me that early in the morning. The office hadn't even opened yet. Like the doctor office hadn't opened yet. But she got the first batch of labs and reached out. And it was only, the first batch was only my B12. So we already knew the urn. But yeah, and that was cool. Monday, when we gonna take that stuff this morning? He said, yes, we were gonna take that stuff this morning. And I got her message, her email, because it emails me about my patient portal at like 7:38 in the morning. So it was right on time. When people say right on time, it was right on time. I would have lost all that stuff and then realized that going gluten and dairy free may not be the best thing right now. So nothing but God. Nothing but God, okay? But these is what I think I'm going to go in here and eat just to get me started. So this thing was $5, y'all. Online, I think they got some smaller ones. This is what I was going to replace it. I'm so glad I did because this is rice noodle soup. And it's full, and I got some chopsticks. This is the beef flavor. So I want to know how this tastes. It said Folicious, and I got this from Walmart. Folicious is a gourmet instant cuisine. Now I don't think it got. Let's see. It would be nice if it looked like the picture, but it don't. I'm pretty sure it don't. I'm gonna open this for y'all. So, okay, they had a chicken one and a beef one, and that's why I've been shaky and stuff too. My iron and my B12 will cause you to be, y'all. My health anxiety had me thinking I had ALS, had me thinking I had some type of muscular thing. It was just crazy. The brain fog. She was like that brain fog, that anxiety and all that. That's my iron. And then the neurological stuff. I know I wasn't crazy. My B12. Sadly. Like, come on now. So she's like, yeah, but I'm gonna check you for a couple more different things. Little autoimmune. I said, can you go ahead and do my hormone level? Yeah, you want that? Yep. You go ahead and get that done. Yeah, go ahead and get that done. Y'all, they pulled so much blood to do all them tests. They pulled so much blood to do all them tests, but I ain't worried. About it. Look, so this what comes in it. Rice noodles. See, I should be doing this over on my other channel. I have not yet to put up a food review. I'm just gonna go and show it. Oh, the chopsticks come with. Oh, okay, look at this. All right, so these are the rice noodles. All right. They smell like cloves. Oh, that's why. It has star anise, cloves, cinnamon, coriander seeds, and fennel seeds. But it's in a little, y'all can see that it's kind of like a little knitted type. So let's see what you're going to do with this. Fill the bowl. Fill bowl to fill line with water. Place noodles into bowl. Place the cloth spice bag into the bowl. So you take the plastic out, but it's a spice bag. Do not open the cloth bag. Pour mama the spices. Fold mix into bowl. Microwave on high for 4 minutes and remove from the microwave. It said Mama's Thus Spices. Okay. And you know what? Something else, y'all? I done mentioned it a couple times. What I say? I was like, let me get off of here because I can tell in my speech. My speech was doing something. B12, low blood sugar, not eating, and iron. And iron. Sriracha sauce. Okay. All right. Beef broth mix. See, I need all this on days like this when I ain't ate much. I need all this. Okay. Beef broth mix. I ain't even got to use my chopsticks. They give you some chives. And what is this? Horsen sauce. What's this? Horsen sauce or something. What's it? Horsen sauce. We gonna see. I ain't gonna put this in my bowl because it just fell on the ground. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. And I have to let y'all know how this is. If I really like it, I think I like it. I think I like it because I can't digest ramen noodles. I can't digest. So it's still gonna be things that everybody else can eat, like those pastas and stuff, those noodles and stuff. I guess in an emergency situation, if my stomach licking my back, I eat whatever. So keeping that stuff, but I don't digest them. So these rice noodles is like my go-to. So yeah. So I'm gonna let y'all know how this is, okay? Let's see. You let the noodles sit. Hot water in a bowl. Oh, drain the noodles. It's complicated but good. So you have tried these. You have tried this particular one. Hoisin sauce is good. Like teriyaki sauce. Oh, wait a minute. So wait a minute. Y'all been holding back. Y'all done already tried this then. Y'all already know what y'all, let me get off of here and go feed my face. Let me get off of here, go feed my face. I'm have this. Yeah, because I don't want it soupy. I'm gonna pour the juice off and then add the rest, I guess. Because I don't want it soupy. And I know they eat theirs soupy. So let me see. Do it say pour, drain it. Remove cloth bag and discard. Add optional. No, it don't say to drain it, but I'm gonna drain it. And then you add everything else. Okay. All right. So y'all been holding back. Y'all been holding back. Yes, we enjoy them. Okay. All right, listen, y'all. So let me get off of here. I done had my shower. Put my little earrings on. Ain't like I'm going nowhere else. But I told y'all I still can't just sit in the house without my earrings on. So I am wearing these little mermaid tail ones, okay? And that's gonna be it. So I'll probably see y'all. I'm gonna try to do a live stream. Probably gonna do a live stream. Later on, I need to let these phones and stuff charge up. And I should see. So remember, you have an issue or something, go to the doctor. You may be able to catch something, you know, before it get out of hand. I should have went when it went a couple of weeks of me feeling that. I should have went. Thank you, Tonya. But I'm glad I went, and you know, yeah. So hopefully it's nothing else. Hopefully it's no autoimmune, nothing. If it's a hormonal something come up, then I just have to deal with that one, because I ain't not finna know. But yeah, so thank y'all for watching, and I hope it was helpful. I did private that video from last night, that live stream from last night, because I don't want too many more people to see it and then be confused because they ain't saw this one and know what's going on. So y'all was in that one, you know what was going on. But I did private it because I did not want people to say, oh yeah, I thought she got rid of that. I thought, and then they didn't watch this one, and then it's so much like, oh, I thought you got rid of that. You know, that's why. Okay. So I gotta put that stuff back up. Like I say, the cereals, not keeping those because we do want better cereals. Gluten-free cereals, okay, because Cheerios, we still can get all the vitamins out of it, and it's gluten-free. So like a lot of those sugary cereals, we are donating those. So it's still some stuff gonna be donated, but my canned milk and stuff, I'm gonna have to use that because I need the vitamins. Okay. So I'll talk to y'all in the next one, if it's God's will. I've been listening and cleaning the kitchen. Hey, Big Niecy. Hey, everybody that came in, thank you so much. Let me go feed my face, because like I say, y'all, I'm working off in only about 2 or 3 mouthfuls of spaghetti out of all day, because we had to take Kylie for her stuff, and then I had to deal with going to get my vitamins after, you know, knowing that, and then talking to different things, trying to figure out where to go. Just so much stuff, okay? Because last time we went to take Kylie, she missed our appointment because we went to the wrong building because they had rescheduled. Today we had to figure out, make sure we was going to the right place or whatnot. Make sure we was going to the right place or whatnot, but all her labs and stuff was good. That iron is still low. So yeah, so we're gonna figure out the next plan for that. But her hematologist, because she's pediatric, Me and Thai hematology is different. She did say though, she think this is some genetic. I have people in my family that's iron deficient, anemic, cannot keep iron up. For me, Tatiana, and Kylie to be iron deficient, she literally said today she think this is something genetic going on, and that the infusions may help us. We may not need another infusion for like a year or something, but this may be something that has to be done because genetically, some people just genetically have this issue, and I'm pretty sure my iron has been low for some years, probably all my life, and it just wasn't looked into. I think that was the reason why I needed blood when I had Kylie. I was almost out of here. I needed blood and I don't take blood. So they had to get the substitute to the hospital. They didn't even have the substitute. They had to get this. They kept trying to tell me, oh, you need blood now. I was so cold. I was pale. And I didn't know what was going on at that time. And I remember they got her and they took her out and they was trying to warm me up. And I remember a doctor, he come flying in with this big old bag. It was foggy, um, solution. And he said, I got the substitute. I got the substitute. So they flew the substitute in. I would not take blood. So, and that was back in 2000. I had her 2010. So yeah, I think this been going on with me for a long time. And then after I had the surgery, it really depleted the iron that I had left after I had that gallbladder surgery. So it's been 3 years, and I didn't find out that I was as low as I was in iron. That happened 2023 with the gallbladder. 2024 is when I really found out how low I was in iron, and I had had the surgery. So I think that's what's been happening. I think that's what's been happening, but she did say because of the family history of low iron, she think this is genetic. Because all three of us with the same problem. So yeah. So we shall see. Over the next couple months, we shall see if it's God's will, if God say the same, what we will have to, do or whatnot. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good evening. My plans is to come back on doing something. Yes, MGL, they usually give me iron infusion once a year. Okay, Diane, well, thank you so much for letting me know that, because I've been stressing. I've been stressing because I'm like, I don't want an infusion. I'm hearing all these horror stories. I don't want an infusion. And then I'm like, what? I don't want a blood transfusion because I can't take a blood transfusion. So I'm like, I don't want my hemoglobin to drop to where it get to that state. And so I'm just like, okay. It looked like it's gonna eventually be an iron train. I can do iron infusions. So I'm like, okay, that's what it looked like it's gonna be. An iron infusion. um Pink suits you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pink and red, actually. And red, red my favorite color. I could wear them both real good. Thank you though. Who's this? C's? Thank you. Stay blessed, everyone. Thank you. You as well. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later, okay? Bye. Oh, no. Hold up. Almost about to. Okay, there we go.